Gonna let you guys count yourself down. We're recording and we'll cut it.
All right.
Cool.
So yeah, we're gonna step in this room and then you guys can just kind of like say 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right.
Whatever.
Cool. Look at those teeth. Woo!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I keep on walking on down the line. Keep on
Walking on down the line.
keep on
Walking on down the line.
Yes, I keep on walking till the day I die. Came to that river, she's cold and deep. Came to that
River, she's cold and deep.
came to that
River, she's cold and deep.
Knew if I swam, my soul would sink. So I keep on walking on down the line. Keep on
Walking on down the line.
keep on
Walking on down the line.
Yes, I keep on walking till the day I die. Came to that mountain, she's tall and steep. Came to that
Mountain, she's tall and steep.
came to that
Mountain, she's tall and steep.
Never tried to climb her, my soul she'd keep. So I keep on walking on down the line. Keep on
Walking on down the line.
keep on
Walking on down the line.
Yes, I keep on walking till the day I die. Played with that woman and we told lies. Played with that woman